Hello, what is up? Welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's edition of eating a bagel. So I'm going to be eating this bagel on camera. I'm going to do sort of eat with me thing because I did ask for video ideas because I'm an empty vessel. I am so drained. I have no ideas left, which is ridiculous because I've only made like, what, 10 videos? Anyway, I shouldn't be this starved of creativity, but here we are. So I'm gonna eat this oat flour bagel that I made. It's got avocado, crispy edamame, and some sliced tomatoes on it. Bro, too good. And I'm just gonna chat about things. We can eat lunch together, have a good time, or whatever time of day it is. It doesn't have to be lunch. But these are quite the loaded bagels. Let's see, let me push you back so you can see them. Bowie, hello son. This is my food. That's not ideal, mate. It's not ideal. Is that okay? Is that okay? Is that okay? Okay, you can kind of see the food. I've also got a few topics. I've also got a few things that I can chat about here. So yeah, I'm just talking out loud really. How are we? Someone wanted me to talk about being single. Believe it or not, my dudes, I've actually been single like literally my whole life, and that's the thing with me, I'm very controlling, and for me it's just not one of my priorities in life. I do like being with people, but I'm also like quite independent, and I know that I could be in a relationship if I wanted to be, but I'm not really there in my life yet. That's what I need. I think I just want to put myself first for now. Guys, I can't believe on Monday, 2 days time, the restrictions are going to be lifting slightly, not completely, and I'm really anxious, a bit nervous about it. Yeah, obviously we're not like going to be able to just go out in public and give people a big smooch and hug them and things like that, but shops are opening, so there's that. I'm still going to be very cautious about the whole thing. Beer gardens are going to be opening. Zoos are going to be opening if anyone's interested in that, and I just hope that it's not going to be too rushed and we're not going to get ahead of ourselves and just end up going backwards. It is a big worry for me, I'll be honest. But then I'd be lying if I said I wasn't really excited. I think me and my mum are going to go shopping on Monday and get sushi. That's the plan. But that's the thing, it's so dangerous always just thinking about the future because we live in a constant state of either reflecting on the past or thinking ahead to the future, and we're never really in the present, which is just the wildest thought. I've been having loads of like existential thoughts and just honestly spirals, mainly at nighttime. Yesterday I watched a documentary on YouTube, like a 2-hour documentary about space, and if that doesn't make you feel so small and insignificant, then I don't know what will. It was actually narrated by Alec Baldwin. It's got like 5 million views, so you've probably already seen it, but I highly recommend. And it really just puts everything into perspective, like how angry and worried and upset we get about just such minor things in life when we are just a tiny fraction of this existence in this universe. I don't want to get deep, but do I? Think about this. If you have worries at the moment, if you're getting stressed and upset about things really easily, how are you going to feel about it in a week's time? Is it going to matter to you? Probably not. Just for a bit of perspective here. The universe is 4.5 billion years old. Humans have only been around for about 200,000 years. That's like 1% of the Earth's existence. That's not even going into like the universe and the galaxies that exist. Our problems are just insignificant. So basically what I'm trying to say is nothing really matters. I've been thinking about this so much recently. I talk about it all the time on my Instagram. Honestly, you can't shut me up about it. And it is quite a nihilistic way of thinking. And there is a danger in being too nihilistic, I think, in that you can sort of disregard other people's emotions and feelings in your actions just because of the way that you perceive life. So it's not to say that you should just be a bad person. It's just to say that you shouldn't fret over things. That's my way of thinking about it anyway. I don't know how I got to talking about that. Someone said, how are you feeling about things, about the whole pandemic situation? I am in a state of acceptance. It's been long enough that I'm definitely coping better than I did at the start. I don't know, it's just not ideal, is it? I feel like a lot of people are feeling the same way at the moment because I'm getting some questions that are like how not to feel lost and how to feel like your life has a purpose, how to know what to do with the future, what are your goals for the future, how to be happy. You can't bank on that being a life goal because happiness is an emotion, just like anger and sadness, so it can't be like a destination. It's part of like the ebbs and flows of life, so you can't put all your worth and all your expectations to be fulfilled in feeling happy. Fulfillment is sort of based on the idea of what we believe can be achieved within the realm of possibility. So we often compare to people in similar situations to us. So you're not going to look at like a billionaire and think, oh, if only I had a private jet, then I would be really fulfilled and I'd feel really happy. You're going to look at people who are more similar to you, so maybe your neighbour across the road, and you sort of compare your success to them rather than someone else who you see to be unattainable. But at the end of the day, success is really about our own perception of things. I've been feeling a lot of gratitude recently for how my life's going. I've been keeping really busy because I feel like if I wasn't busy and I was alone with my thoughts too much, I would go crazy. So my biggest tip for people is just to keep yourself busy. Some YouTube channels that I watch, I really like commentary videos and analysis videos. Modern Girls, they do like fashion analysis. It's really interesting. I also like Lindsay Ellis. She does movie commentary. Yeah, there's some great things on there. Mood swings in quarantine. Mate, so many mood swings. Just accepting them, knowing that they're not gonna last. I'm gonna read something out to you that helps me when I'm feeling in a funk. This video's taken quite the turn. Okay, so you wanna ask yourselves these questions when you're feeling sad, mad, bad, angry, whatever. So you've just gotta think, I'm responsible about how I feel about external events. What am I doing to give myself this feeling? Are you sitting with it? Are you thinking about it all the time? Are you exacerbating the feeling? And then, is the thing that's upsetting you something that's under your control? If not, what if I were to decide if it was fine and just let it go? Because ultimately, we determine how we're going to feel about something. External events have an effect, but we are the ones who control how we deal with it. So just choosing what you put your energy into, choosing what you consume, and choosing what you focus on. Try and see the positive in things. I mean, it's quite vague advice, but take that how you will. Someone says tips to feeling more confident. Okay, right, this quote will change your life. You've probably heard it before, but it's from David Foster Wallace, and he says, you'll stop caring what other people think about you when you realise how seldom they do. People aren't thinking about you as much as you think they are, so don't be worried about it because there's nothing to worry about. I probably misquoted him, but roughly it's around that. Nala and Bowie are feuding. Bowie, with peace and love, you're not going to take on Nala. I can't stop saying with peace and love. I watch Frenemies way too much. I'd say it's my guilty pleasure, but it's really not. I just find it pleasurable. And there's no guilt involved. It's genuinely just a good time. I think Trisha Paytas is honestly hysterical. I was watching a video of hers the other day, and she's cooking pasta. Honestly, top tier content. And she goes, we want to undercook it so it's el dente. So she's obviously trying to say al dente. But she says El Dante, like, who's El Dante? Who is that? Who is that? I think she does it on purpose. So funny, man. What I want to know is what you're eating. If you're not eating, it's getting messy. What have you just eaten? Or what are you gonna eat in the future? Do let me know. I'm interested. Let's see if there are any more questions. Do you feel life will go back to normal? I feel like masks are gonna be a part of life forever. Theory. Hot theory. The incessant need to always be productive. Oh my god, I get that all the time. You've just got to think about what is productive to you, because for me, something that I've come to terms with is the fact that rest is productive. So the need to be productive in that sense kind of isn't too bad, because rest is a part of that, and recharging, giving yourself peace, giving yourself a break. In the long run, it will benefit you endlessly. More questions about dating. So thoughts about online dating. It's just so normal now, isn't it? It's probably the most common place that people meet. I have Hinge, but I don't know, the caliber of guys around here is just, I mean, my standards probably are too high. I mean, they're almost certainly too high. It's not a bad thing, you know? But yeah, especially in this climate, I think online dating's the best way that you're going to meet people if that's your priority. Talk about life after uni and dealing with not knowing what to do with your life. There's no rush in finding the perfect job or career, because that can happen at any point in life. I'd say take the opportunities that get presented to you, but remember that you're not tied down to anything that you're doing forever. So always have that in the back of your mind. Don't put pressure on yourself. Have hobbies and nurture those hobbies and passions, and maybe they can turn into something more. Maybe you can have a little side business going on. That was divine. I think, no, I'm pretty certain I'm gonna go and have a lunch dessert. Come with me, won't you? Come on! So I've just heated myself up a little Misfits protein bar in the microwave. 25 seconds and it's ooey gooey goodness. You see, so I got some questions about intuitive eating. This is kind of fitting because physically I'm quite full, but mentally I was still thinking about food. Like I was still thinking about
putting something in my mouth.
So this is fulfilling my mental hunger and it's giving me great pleasure. By the way, Erin20 gets you money off. So I do in fact have a code for you to save money. This is not sponsored, but just if you ever want to buy anything from them, letting you know. Someone's saying, how do you deal with the pressures of social media? I don't. I really don't. That's something I struggle with the most. I have to physically force myself to take more breaks. I'm always worried that I'm like slipping behind because I put so much pressure on myself. But I am definitely comforted by the fact that I know that there are so many like-minded people. Like, I talk to such lovely girls who also do blogging, because social media is just such like a breeding ground for comparison, isn't it? It's just relentless. It's non-stop. So it's just nice to talk to people who sort of know what's up. What I consume on social media, I've sort of curated it so the people I follow are people who inspire me, people who make me happy, people who make me laugh. So you've just got to be really mindful about the stuff that you consume and try and make it as positive of an experience as you can. Did that make any sense? I'm definitely going to take more breaks as well. I get really overwhelmed and I have an immense sense of guilt when I don't answer DMs. I spend hours of my day writing DMs and like my eyes are turning square. And I don't want people to feel sorry for me, because most of the time it is a genuine like pleasure to read messages from people. But like, I wish I could have someone to do it for me. I've got 5% battery. It's only 4 o'clock. That's so bad. Any more questions about being productive and dealing with mental stress? We are all on the same wavelength, aren't we? Talking, whether it's to yourself. I find talking to myself is so helpful. Or like finding someone that you can talk to is the biggest relief for mental stress. The biggest relief. Also, music, meditative activities like yoga, stretching, always really good for being mindful and present. I mean, this advice sounds really just blah, doesn't it? But it's so true. Someone says favourite butter. I assume they mean nut butter. Guys, at the moment, I've got to give it to my boy Pistachio. I will always love almond butter. But how to feel like you're on the right path, how to get rid of worry that you're doing the wrong thing, just to understand that there is no right and there is no wrong, I think is the main thing there. And also realise that the worry and stress that you're putting on yourself is going to cause you more hurt than doing the wrong thing ever will. Do you see what I'm saying? That was quite good advice. What on earth am I going to title this video? Eating a bagel and spiraling. The melted chalk. Sorry if you cringe when people lick their fingers. I do when someone else does it, but when I do it, it's totally fine. I'm thinking of doing like an organisation video because my kitchen cupboards are a disgusting mess. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But if you have any other ideas, just leave them below and I will see what I can do. I'll see what I can do. But anyway, thank you for watching. This has been wild. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed your lunch, breakfast, dinner, whatever you had. And I will see you very soon. Remember to like and subscribe and give me a big old follow on Instagram. Bye.